Welcome to another episode of the Sunday Rant or Not with me from Nuts and Bolts and Harry from Top of the Cop podcast. How you doing, Harry? Happy Sunday.
I'm doing alright, Mark. How are you?
Not bad, not bad. I don't know, yesterday, not a very good first half performance, better in the second half. Why is it at the minute? If you look back, this season, we're not very good in the first half at home.
Yeah. I mean, I thought in the second half we didn't play well until the last 15 minutes, to be fair.
I mean, it was nice to see Jarvis coming back into the fold, not just on the substitute bench, but actually getting on the pitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, get some game time, and I mean, that penalty that we earned late on, I don't think it was a penalty. The contact was made outside the box. He was already falling down, but I mean,
Yeah,
I think the referee should have made penalty calls early on. I think we had about 3 or 4 in that second half, but we can't blame the referee. He doesn't score the goals, and that's what we didn't do.
I mean, we had 72% possession yesterday in the second half. Right, crazy possession stats. But it's that lack of creativity going forward. You know what I mean? We get so far and then it's like we don't really do a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the first half, we only had that chance where Tyrese Hall shot it straight at the goalkeeper and made a good save. Apart from that, I don't really see where we created any opportunities going forward in the first half. I think as soon as Palmer came on, it changed for a little bit, and then obviously it went back to normal. But then in the last 15 minutes, it was like trying to get that win where we should have done that in the first half or early on in the second half. Like we left it, I think we left it too late. We got lucky to get a point, and we're still undefeated at home technically, so we just move on.
Yeah, I mean, Jack has shot from like his volley from outside the box. The goalkeeper he made a wicked save. That went out
Yeah.
for a throw in. Handballs, a bit questionable. The tackle in the box, and then the where Jarvis went between two players on the deck. I think that was more a shout of a penalty because, as you say, the penalty we got given was actually outside the box. So
It was. Yeah.
if you were arrogant, you could think we've been done here. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But we got more urgent like later on into the game. You know what I mean?
I
And
think when it hit the 75th minute mark, innit, when we actually started to try find them back in the net, when it's a bit, I thought it was a bit too late. Really.
but I don't know. We lack somebody with like a Dan Crowley sort of like player where he can play a ball and it'll cut open a defense, and we just seem to like try the same thing over and over and again, even if it's not working. Look at the contrast
Yeah.
from like Monday night, the Cheltenham game. We were so good in the first half, but we're terrible at home in the first half.
Yeah.
And Cambridge at home, we was terrible in the first half, better in the second half.
Yeah.
And it's like Pato, he's like his interview. I don't know what you can say really about his interview. I think it was honest, you know what I mean? Welcome back.
No, I'm back.
Yeah, you're back.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what you can say really about Pato's interview. It was an honest interview. We
Yeah,
should have done
it
better.
was. Yeah.
Should have played a lot more. We should have. We don't go when Arrogate was attacking. Oh, Harry's got again. Yeah,
Sorry about that. I don't know what I did.
no words. No words. We need to go forward. Like yesterday, watching it, obviously, I didn't end up going yesterday. We're watching it on the TV. is every time Arrogant went forward, they look like what was going to try and do something. We just pass around too much.
Yeah, I mean, with only well, technically it was 12 players because there was a goalkeeper on the bench, which you only lose if the other goalkeeper got injured. So technically, they only had 12 fit players, really. Two on the bench, 11 playing, and I thought they played really well. Saying that, I don't understand why they didn't bring any of their academy players or something. I don't know if you can do that or whatever. They did play well. They found those spaces to go forward, which we didn't do. We just tried to pass it around to get it into the box. And sometimes you need to take those risks, pass it through that gap. And obviously, if it's a scoring chance, then one on the goalkeeper, more than likely it's going in. But we don't know. But I think we need to try and make those more risks to find those gaps. And obviously, I think that problem is we don't have that number 10 to have the freedom and to find those gaps for strikers to have a one-on-one with the goalkeeper.
Yeah, it's very interesting because we missed the chance. If we'd won yesterday, we would have gone top. Now we're outside the playoff, outside the top automatics, and dropped down to fourth. I don't know. There's just we lack ideas. And as I
And I
was saying
think,
to you last night, it was like
yeah,
I think a lot of the team are very complacent, knowing that they're going to start every single game. You know what I mean?
yeah, it's like they kind of know if they don't really do anything in the week, then they know that they're going to start really. Yeah. So,
Yeah,
Keller doesn't really have a competition in net, really. You could think Harry Griffiths, but they're playing for probably who's worse, really.
yeah. But like you talk about Jarvis, he came on, he had a really good game. But then when Gordon's back, and then when Jody's back, where does Jarvis fit in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Is he going to be on the bench? Kieran Bennett yesterday, if I was Patterson, I would have started Jarvis rather than Bennett.
Yeah.
Because from my observations, Bennett can't have two good games in a row.
No. So, it's a hard one because I think Will Jarvis came on around the 60, is it first minute? Because I know,
Yeah.
obviously, I knew. What I don't understand is, he could have came on before that when Harrogate got that goal kick. The referee could have made the subs there. I don't understand why he didn't. Because the ball went out of play, and that's when you do subs. So I don't understand why the referee didn't allow them to come on because they were ready to come on. So yeah, only having like around 30 minutes to show what you got, it's not really it's hard to do.
It's. But the bigger difference, Jarvis offers you something different. Because to me,
Yeah,
Bennett, he runs down that wing and he'll try and cross the ball in. It's very. And Patterson said this in his interview. We don't go one for one, like take on like a one on one. People,
yeah.
players duck out of it, like going past the player, taking them on. I figure they want to go for that easy pass inside.
I think like I was talking about risk. That's a risk that you want to take, really, because if you beat him, then you have a good chance of scoring or got it into the box to find your player. But it seems like every time we won, we always turn back not to make that choice of doing it as a 1-1. We always turn back and make that extra pass to try score an easy tap in, really.
I mean, because like sometimes you could go around the outside, but then they come inside, and you're like thinking, why? We like going through a congested area rather than the space. Look at in the first half, America had a load of space. They played one
Yeah,
ball and they got a player free
yeah.
on the wing, and it's like, why don't Knots do that? It's like 5 or 6 passes to get to one player sometimes on the opposite side. Why not one ball? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's like because you can see it like normally where we have the ball and there's always a player out on the wing that's unmarked and has so much space, but we make 5 or 6 passes to get to him, and then he's obviously marked it too to opposition players. But if we just switch that ball over to him first time of asking, then we could obviously have a chance of scoring.
Yeah, but I think that's like whether that's a legacy from the National League. And even though Patterson's come in this season and he says he wants to be more direct, more the passing more faster, more clinical. I think the trouble is you've got, odd to say, but you've got players who have been playing that way since they're signed.
Yeah.
And I think they always resort back to that.
Yeah.
Say like Palmer, he all resorts to it. Bedu resorts to it. A lot of the players who have been there a long time resort to that. Oh, rather than going that way, we'll go inside. It's like, how many times do you see it? You got Conor Grant in the middle, and you got Jody Free on the side, but he'll pass across or he'll pass backwards.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not, you've got one player, a free, one ball, but even if they do decide to go that way, it's like they'll pass to another player, like back, like at the side of them, or further back, and not straight to like Jody or Sorola or whoever's on the wing. And you're like just thinking, if you played that ball first time rather than tippy tapping to each other, it'd be a more dangerous thing, because by the time you made them extra passes, the opposition are pushing towards that player.
Yeah, I don't know. There's also, when we try to go forward, it's like not always passing it back to the goalkeeper, wasting that chance to go forward with the ball. So
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't want
understand
to
why we
not.
don't try to take those risks, but
Yeah, I don't want to knock Kelarus, but that, I don't know what that dive was, that save was yesterday, where I don't know what he was doing. He gets a punch to him in the first half, and I don't know what he was trying to do. It was some barrel rolls or something, and he punches it with one fist, and he didn't even clear the box.
no, I didn't. No,
You know what I mean?
saw that.
And it's like he could have caught that ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or would he have dropped it?
I don't know, but I'm gonna have to watch the game again, because I thought that was quite funny, in my opinion.
I mean, I think the only positive thing out of that day was they changed the name back of the family stand.
Yeah, I mean, another positive, right, is that we got a point out of a game which we should be really picking up 3 points.
Yeah.
But here comes another thing: is it a mentality issue with the players?
Mm.
Because they're supposed to be fitter, and I don't know. You have a bad second half at Cheltenham, a poor first half at home, a better second half, but for all that possession, we got a penalty what we shouldn't have got, but
Yeah.
we should have had other penalties given in that game.
Yeah.
But it's one of them. It's football. You get the highs, you get the lows, and you get the in between bits of it.
Yeah, but you do get that tough game though, don't you? If you're going on a good one, you do get those tough games where you have to at least try get a point or get all three out of that, which I think we should have gone and got all three. I mean, no disrespect to Harrogate, but they were a team that wasn't on good form, losing the last five in that relegation zone, 22nd and form wise. But I think they were like 21st now, 20th. So, and we were the better team going into it with the better form. So you would expect them not to win, but it's football at the end of the day. It's unpredictable. Any team can win any games. Look at Colchester; they beat Warsaw yesterday, 2-0. Everyone expected Warsaw to win, obviously that signing that they made. So football is football. You can't predict it, or else it'll be easy.
Exactly. But that performance yesterday reminds me a bit of the FA Cup game
Yeah,
against Brackley. And I do think there's this sort of mentality thing where with the Notts players, whether we're playing at home or depending on the opposition, is where, oh, well, we only have to turn up. We don't really have to do it. We're going to win.
Yeah, because it's
Rather
like,
than doing it on the pitch.
yeah, because it's like, I'm guessing they were thinking, oh, they are first team players. I think we're going to easily beat them. But no, they stuck in. They defended really well. They were tight in defensive parts of the game, and obviously they attacked as well. I mean, their goal kind of came from our mistake, but a goal's a goal at the end of the day.
But noticing Rouge yesterday as well. Obviously,
Yeah.
like on TV, I probably notice him more than I do like normally. And he's like super glued to that line half the time.
Yeah.
And you're like, why?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You could argue for for their goal, he could have been more proactive in his box again.
Yeah. I
Do you know what
mean,
I mean?
I know we're talking about the pass again, but obviously that Oldham goal, they scored, is like Bruce was on his line, even though he should have came out and I don't know, caught the ball, maybe cleared it out, but and Serena was like questioning, "What were you doing? What were you doing?" I think that's what he probably said to him, but yeah, Bruce it seems like he doesn't like moving around and that stuff. Always wants to stay on his line. So I don't know.
I mean, I did hear a few grumbles from Notts fans saying Patterson out, which I can't believe that. You know what I mean?
I'm not
I'm not going
mentioning
to
any
mention
names.
no names or anything, but Patterson out already. Come on. What was the phrase? We'll never win anything under Patterson. We'll
Well,
never
that's
get
something that
promoted
I've
or
heard
something.
before.
Not
And
for,
when I heard something before, like saying we're not going to win anything under Maynard, I'm sure I heard that last year.
yeah, we did hear that last year as well. I think I heard that.
It
But that is shocking. You know what I mean? And
is, yeah. I
then
mean,
we got the debate about your white shirt, which I still haven't picked mine up. Which I will go and pick it up this week, probably at the Colchester
yeah.
game. But I can't see what's so bad about it. Do you know what I mean? I think
I think
it's a nice
where
shirt.
people, it is a nice shirt, and I think the only problem people are having to go at is, I think it's the badge, really, because they're all expecting this retro badge with a single magpie on it. But obviously, we still have our normal badge on it, and I think that's probably the only people where only people are probably wearing
But
it about it. But I
wouldn't it be
think it's a
good?
nice shirt.
Yeah, wouldn't it be good if they did, say, like next season, like other clubs do, like Arsenal and a few others, is on your home shirt, have like the crest we use now, and then
Yeah,
have like an older badge on the away kit, and then an older one on the third kit. You know
yeah.
what I
Because I
mean?
mean, we
That's
obviously
allowed.
seen, yeah, it is an ad, and also we've seen other teams across the division and in like League One, the Championship, and even the Premier League division where they would have the new or the whatever the badge they use on their home and away kit, and then on the third kit they use the retro badge.
Yeah, but a lot use
So
on
I don't understand
even on
an
the
away kit.
yeah.
Yeah, so I don't understand why we can't do that because it's not that hard to do, really. But
No, but we're just mere mortal football fans, and we don't make these financial decisions, do we? Of like, or creative decisions of like what the club do.
no,
But I like it even more. I do like it. I do like it, and I think with like you never in a fan base you're never going to please everybody. Whether it's appointing a
no.
manager, signing a player, your home kit, you know what I mean. I can remember like the debacle over when the Monto Finance takeover, and we had the night kit with that logo with the H in it, and that caused so much uproar,
A lot of
right?
yeah,
But you know what? Beginning of that season, there was loads of shirts sold. You know, there was
yeah,
loads of people wearing the shirts. So
and also with a lot of people complaining about this shirt, there's still a lot of people buying it. There's still a lot of people buying the shirt. So
yeah,
I think I think I heard yesterday about what 1,300 of shirts being sold. So
I think that's more now. That was like up until Friday, I think, and then there's been more sold on match day as well. And I just don't get it. It's
so
a shirt.
it can't be that bad if people are still buying it.
And
I'm
you
just
tell
saying.
me, it's like another thing. That single magpie, you've got to be around about my age to actually remember
Yeah,
that single magpie being on a shirt, being seen it being worn and played in on a kit, right?
yeah.
And so it's like, and how many people my age? Obviously, I buy shirts, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But how many people from like my generation and the generation above and the generation above that, right, actually buy not shirts? Not many.
No, not many. No.
You know what I mean? You probably dwingles as you get to like what 60. I'm nowhere near 60, but you know what I mean. And then when you get to like 60, maybe I don't know what the
Past
statistics are. How many people at
70
60
or
buy
whatever.
shirts, and then
Yeah.
70, and then if you're in your 80s, how many people in their 80s buy the shirt? So it's a modern take. It's a very modern take.
Yeah.
So most of your kit sales are going to come from a younger generation. But not every
Yeah.
fan's going to be happy all the time, I'd say.
Well, no. So I mean, I like it. Well, see, I don't know if I was gonna like it in person because obviously the images that we got weren't really saying a lot. I mean, I'll see on the club profile when they changed the picture, it looked grey, but now seeing it, they look navy blue. So I mean, it was like the purple shirt last year. I think a lot of people like that at the end, but at the beginning, not a lot of people liked it. So I think you just have to grow into it. I mean,
Yep. And we've got Colchester coming up on Saturday at
Saturday.
Meadow Lane.
I mean,
And we're going to do, it's Thursday night, isn't it? Are we doing it Thursday or Wednesday night?
like I always say, I'm easy. I don't mind what day
We'll do it Wednesday night. It's that mid part of the week, isn't it? We'll do it
we are. Yeah.
Wednesday. And have you got anything else to talk about the game? What for, the pies in the stand or the
Oh,
catering or anything else from yesterday?
do you know what? Obviously, the one thing that I do hate after every game at Lane is like how busy it is at the end trying to get out on the ground. Busy. And that's the only part I hate about a game. Like how busy it is, especially when the cup is full, because got people trying to push in and that stuff. Leave that way, go that way. It's like,
I think that's a problem in every stadium, unless it may, I don't,
oh yeah, yeah.
unless there's ain't many away fans or. But
MK
like
Dons.
in the cup, you got two ways out, haven't you? So like
Yeah,
you can
two
go
ways out.
out,
Yeah.
you can go out past the catering thingy that side, or you can walk down through the underpass or tunnel or whatever you want to call it, out the other
Where the
way.
away end is. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's always congested. In the Pavis, it takes what 15, 20 minutes
I
to
think
get
that's the
out.
same about
Sometimes,
the cop, to be fair.
I mean, it's not good at my age, having to seat up, row and seat up. You know what I mean?
Oh, I know.
To get out of the ground quicker. It's like you have to go like down like a few rows, but over the seats and then like across just to get out quicker. Because if
No,
you go
hop.
down the main steps,
Like, yeah,
you just stand there for ages and ages waiting to get out. One of them things. So
that's
we
what
should be back on Wednesday night
you said
at,
Wednesday.
at 7.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's fine by
And we
me.
shall see you all then.